Yeah! Thank you for visiting the channel. Today we visit the childhood homes of Cardi B and Ice Spice.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is true. We are on our way to Cardi B's house. This is where Cardi B used to live at as she grew up. Junior high school, aka middle school, all throughout her success. These buildings here, I don't know how they go, if one person has the entire 3 floors or what. And as you can see, the Dominican flag up there. Alright, so now if you've been sleeping under a rock and don't know who Cardi B is, then you gotta shake those rocks away, boy. I tell you. Because as she started here, as you can see, at this little humble neighborhood in the Bronx, she is now worth over $100 million. So yeah, the gate is a little warped. There's graffiti on the front. Doesn't look like anybody cleans up much. I get all my information from books, memoirs, and movies. And Cardi B had a memoir herself where, you know, she walked around the hood, whatever, and she mentioned the Joker stairs, which is actually 1 block down and to the left. Now, to many, the Joker steps is not something nice, and it's not an attraction, and it's not a movie prop. To many, it's a sign of struggle every day. People's family have to go up and down that, like every single day. So they get a little bit offended when you're like all hippie and hey over the Joker stairs. You know, you can't be all hippie and hey over the Joker stairs. The community does not like that because it doesn't symbolize what it symbolizes to you. To those in this community, they hate those stairs, actually. Overall, you see in the neighborhood, real family orientated. A lot of houses, a lot of kept up properties. I will go in there, but I might slip on some WAP. As you can see, the steps are currently under construction. Oh wow. Next up, we're going to Ice Spice house. But first, we gotta honor Cardi B by grabbing a quick Chimi Churi. Chimi de pollo, please. This is called a Dominican Big Mac. Alright, and being that we're here visiting Ice Spice's old neighborhood and Cardi B's old neighborhood, which they both have Dominican roots, I just figured we do right by just contributing to the Dominican community and eating a Chimi Churi. Alright, what this is a shredded chicken with cabbage and a special mac sauce. And for now, we're gonna call it the Dominican sauce. Yeah. So this is the block and building of Ice Spice. So here we got the residents of Ice Spice. Now in the interview, you can see she's standing right in front of these fire escapes, and she's pointing to the building right next to her, which has a scaffold. Now I'm taking it that that's the reason why she wasn't in front of her building, but she did say something about doctor's office being right there in her building, which that looks like a commercial spot, and these buildings look no longer renovated. So yes, this was Ice Spice, one of her buildings growing up on the same neighborhood, as she specified that her mom and dad were both from the neighborhood, while her mom's or her grandparents was from the other side, which is where we're going now.
Here's a fun fact. Ice Spice's name is Isis, and in my opinion, she would have made it just as big by using her name.
One thing I like about Ice Spice is that she does rep her hood, man. She does at all costs. One thing people that get famous always do they always come back to their roots. If their roots had to do with anything that they're known for. You can see this part right here in one of her videos. And here goes the people's letting you know clearly whose block this is. Yeah, this is the hood block. This is the real hood block, ladies and gentlemen. By every means, by every definition. I love it. It's a nice neighborhood though, man, you know? Like any neighborhood, man. Once you're situated and you're known, you're good. And over here we have the last known residency of La Lupe, which they named the street after her, called La Lupe Way. Now apparently she lived over here when she died in 92, somewhere in one of these buildings in apartment 3A. Now you can see this neighborhood behind me. It's real modest for somebody, and modest is an understatement, for somebody who had an elaborate career like La Lupe did, to end up and die here. There really must have been something going on. It can happen to anybody that loses focus and gets sidetracked by demons. The reason I felt the need to include La Lupe in this segment is because Cardi B and Ice Spice have something that La Lupe had, and that is the ability to speak her mind, the ability to be a woman swallowed up in a business full of men, and the ability to hold it down.
Until next time, thank you for watching the video as we head off to the clandestine, underground, Puerto Rican hangout right up the block from La Lupe's Way.